What's up, my friend? I want to share with you something so cool called the Success Formula. And it's so cool, in fact, I had to get out the high-end gear here so I can show you some magic here on the whiteboard. So first I'm going to give you the formula and we're going to break this down because it's going to appear very simple, but I want to, this has been the foundational, what underlies every success that I've seen, that I've personally had, that I've coached people through, that I've ever witnessed or that I've read about. And so here's what the formula is. We will jump straight directly into it. And here's how it works. Success, the level of your success is equal to the amount of skills multiplied by the action that you take. And I realize I may not have the best handwriting. Success, the level of your success is equal to the amount of skills you have multiplied by the action that you take. And there's two parts of this. We really have to evaluate what does this really mean, especially concerning online business, which is everything we're talking about here, and how that impacts your businesses, your marketing, how that all looks. Now, skills are things like some examples. Skills, amazing, I guess you probably can't see this. I didn't really plan this out very well. Amazing, some of the best books on the planet. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. 80-20, Sales and Marketing, Perry Marshall. Happy Pocket Full of Money. And that's barely, actually here is, I literally have materials like all over my office here. So I'm like grabbing all kinds of goodies here. These are some of my prized. Here are a whole boatload of DVDs from Brendon Burchard's Experts Academy. That is both a live workshop as well as he has a home study course. And so skills are anything that you're pouring into your mind to learn, whether it's marketing-based, financial-based, personal development, all becoming an authority within your field. And those are all skills. And actually, as we're watching this video, I want to show you the favorite part of my entire office, in fact, of my entire house here. I'm going to show you here in a second. But before we do that, and it's totally related to skills, I also want to talk about what the heck does action mean? Take massive action, go all in, jump off the cliff, take a leap of faith, all this stuff. Taking action are things, high level overview. These are things, so very specifically in marketing, it is paid advertising, it is free marketing, it is anything taking action on the skills that you have. So let's keep this really simple. I'm going to stay out of like the concepts like around general personal development. They're hard to quantify. But if we're looking at something like, let's say, marketing business, the level of success of your marketing is going to be equal to what your marketing skills are multiplied by the amount of action that you take on those skills. So we'll break some examples down of that. And this is warning, I'm going to show you some, I actually have a math degree that I never ever use, but I'm going to use multiplication part of that. Has nothing to do with my degree. This is like elementary school stuff. So I know as much as math, probably that word freaks you out. We're going to check this out. Now, what would your level of success be? Let's pretend we just pick an arbitrary number that your skills are 10. So let's say a level of 10 of like you've read, let's grab some marketing stuff. Let's say you've read all of .com Secrets and Expert Secrets and all of 80-20 marketing, and let's just say that gets you to this level of 10. And let's say you read those books You may even read them 3, 4, 5 times each, and you're really just loving the stuff. And it goes in there, it's locked into your heart, it's locked into your unconscious and your conscious mind. And then you do nothing with it. You don't implement, nothing happens. So what is 10 multiplied by 0? We all know that is 0. So that's no good because we don't want to have 0 success. So now let's flip that around. Let's say that, again, an arbitrary, let's say a 10 in action, and you're probably gonna guess what we're gonna do here. Let's say like you go spend $1,000 in advertising because you know this is gonna work and you're just so excited, and you send it like directly to some affiliate or some direct sales page that the company gave you, and you don't have any of the skills, or you don't have a system or a mentor that's like helped you give you some skills. By the way, you can gain skills with relatively little effort, literally by leveraging people who have your best interests and that like pave the road for you and help you get there faster. That's called like standing on the shoulders of giants. In fact, there's entire books written around that exact subject. And so let's say you just go spend $1,000 in advertising, and that's the equivalent of an action of 10, but literally totally blind. You send them directly to some direct sales, some network marketing company page, directly to like some affiliate offer you're running, and it takes 0 skill to do that. You literally just throw stuff at a link. You don't even have a domain name. You're not doing any tracking. Like there's no tracking, there's no domain name. You're at least having a domain name and forwarding it. Now I know that like, oh my God, that sounds so technical. It's literally, I have like a 3 or 4 minute tutorial that walks you through literally where any person on earth, your next door neighbor, your grandmother, your children can all follow exactly. That's how simple it is. So I didn't mean to throw technical jargon at you. But if that's what happens, 0 times 10 is also a success of 0. So the point of this is that you can't just be someone who takes on a ton of skill and never takes action. You're going to end up being this knowledgeable person that is not wise, and they're broke and they're unsuccessful and they're just sitting there like a kind of person you're waiting for Jeopardy to call you. That's what gaining crap loads of skill with taking no action gets you. Now, contrarily to that, complete opposite is if you just take, this is like what I tended to do before I show you what I'm about to show you. I tend to be the guy that just dives in, I take the leap of faith off the cliff, and I just take a crap load of action. I do love, in fact, you're about to see, which one of my favorite things in the world is to gain skill, but I didn't used to be like that. So 12 years ago when I was starting out, I would just take, literally, I was the guy spending I remember a month when I had a Toyota Tacoma truck in 2006. I remember spending the amount that the payment was, I spent that in online advertising, and I was literally late on the truck payment. Shortly after I had read, this is so funny, this story is perfect. For the books I happen to be sitting around, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that book, one of the things you learn in here is to pay yourself first. And let's see if I can magically find that. Nope, I couldn't. I did find Mind Your Own Business, but you pay yourself first is what the book said. So I was like, I'm going to invest in my business before I invest into Toyota Financial, I believe that's who the check sheet, like $340, 50 something dollars. I don't remember the amount. So I remember that, and it was the first time in my life where I was like not paying a bill on time. And then I learned later on, it doesn't even matter as long as you pay it within 30 days, it doesn't even impact your credit. And you start learning these things because my skills were gaining, my financial skills. So if you just take tons of massive action and have no skills, by the way, those ads totally didn't get me anything, and I didn't have any guidance. I was literally shooting in the dark. I was spending money on like leads that I knew they were going to work, and they were directly putting the leads right into my lead capture page, where you enter like a name and email. There was somebody entering names and emails for me, and I paid them to do that because they said they were good leads. Note to you, if anybody ever tells you that, just don't ever spend $1 on that. And really funny, I remember after a month of that, one of my mentors at the time told me those leads are never good. I didn't even believe him. I was so stubborn. I was just going to take massive action with no skills. My mentor's trying to give me a shortcut, trying to give me some skills. I'm ignoring it. I still get zero success. I'm like, finally, I had to spend like $1,000 on those type of garbage before I realized they are garbage. So that's, and what that leads to is just massive frustration. But if you're driven and you have a dream and you're going to make this thing happen no matter what, that kind of thing's not going to stop you. So the success formula is the level of your success is equal to the amount of skills you have multiplied by action. So another thing, I hinted at this early on, how do you take action in an online business? You do that in one of two ways. You do either paid traffic, or you do free traffic. Examples, some examples of paid traffic: you pay for Facebook ads, you pay for Google AdWords, you pay for solo ads, which are borrowing somebody else's email list, giving them money, sending them an email, they send the email to a giant list of people that they've already collected. Those are paid methods. Free methods would be you go create YouTube videos, you go join 1 million Facebook groups, and you don't spam your link. You add a bunch of value in those groups, and it takes your time, and then you finally, once you have some people and you've built some rapport up, then it's okay. It may or may not be okay to send your link out. It depends on the group you're in. Those are some examples. You go on Twitter and do like Twitter it up. I have whole books on Twitter, which I'm about to show you in a second. Those are examples of taking action. Skills, there's great play. I gave you the shortcuts already. 3 of the very best places you could possibly start with as far as online marketing goes: .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, 80/20 Sales and Marketing. Those are really, that's some great places to start. I want to show you, as I'm showing you this formula, really quickly here, I hope I can do this. Make sure the camera's still going to work here. Hang on. So as you're looking at that, there we go. Okay, we're going to go for a ride and hope, whoa, super. I need to keep the zoom here, but I'll allow you to. Okay, holy crap, focus. So there's an Oculus you can't really see. Are you kidding me? If I have to change the focus, that means I have to fix it later. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. This is my prized collection here. And basically, this is how you gain skill. I have read almost every single thing you're seeing on these shelves. That course I showed you over there goes along with all these other courses. There's some amazing internet marketing courses and some different things here. This was my first course I ever bought, Traffic Secrets. That was a $300 course. It was a massive investment when I bought it. It was the most expensive course I ever bought at the time. I have John DeMartini's entire library here, all of Tony Robbins stuff. So, and here's the Oculus you couldn't really see. So as we're going back into the office here, you can see all these. This is, I told you I had to get all the fancy stuff going here. So let me throw this back here, and we're gonna summarize this video, and we're gonna send you on your way. And if I'm lucky, it's kind of gonna be close to where we were. We're pretty close right there. That's awesome. So, and I can see we're running out of battery. So remember, the success formula is the level of your success is going to be equal to the amount of skills you have multiplied by the action that you take. You can shortcut your skills by locking arms with coaches and mentors and people who have paved the path for you. You can gain any, what's a shortcut? Right here. This book, you can literally gain a decade in a day. You can if you really wanted to, this is 221 pages. You could read this in a day if you really wanted to. This is more than a decade of Perry Marshall's wisdom, who painted part of the entire foundation of how we even have internet marketing. This is a shortcut for you. What's even a more shortcut? Go in person and go to one of Perry's workshops live in person. Go to events. Those are by far, you immerse yourself. It's the fastest way to pound skill in. You got to cram it into your unconscious mind, and it automatically happens at events to where you don't, that's how events work. It's why they're so powerful. That's a way to cram in a ton of skills. Action, we'll stick to marketing because there's a lot of other, like, you want to learn, okay, we'll do meditation. You want to know how to learn meditation? You start meditating, you stay consistent every day, you stay consistent with it, and the faster you can do some, like Dr. Joe Dispenza or something, and do these hour-long sessions that he will guide you through, you will gain your meditation skill fast. I know, because I finally started meditating the past few years here, and now my skill has gone like amazingly high, and I'm a much better yogi or meditator than I used to be. So paid and free advertising. So here's a great example of taking massive action. You have someone, by the way, with paid marketing, you can control and scale your results, where through free marketing, unless you're outsourcing things to a team, and even then you don't fully control the amount of traffic coming in, where in paid marketing, you dial your metrics in, and let's say you get someone's email address you're capturing for $1. You're getting someone to give you their information for $2, for $5, whatever those look like. Then it just becomes, well, how many sets of dollar can I throw out there to get somebody's name and email that's a super highly qualified person that wants to work with me, that I can help, that I can serve them, that I can help change their life. That's the questions you want to be asking. And so paid marketing, you can control that much, much better. I primarily focus on paid. I do free stuff. I outsource some stuff for sure. I don't teach a lot of that stuff. I do a little bit, but I'm sharing all this with you because paid marketing, there's a difference when someone comes in and they want to spend $5 a day, and that's like $150 a month. Their lessons they're going to learn take much, much, much longer than the guy or gal that comes in and they're spending $30 a day. They're spending $1,000 a month. I know, 30 days, $30 a day, 30 days in a month, 900, it's close enough to 1,000. You really don't have a business if you're not in 500, $1,000 a month. Like, that's how you start a freaking business. I've shared in other videos, I'll share with you. I started a smoothie franchise with my parents in 2003. We put $135,000 into that over the first 8-10 months, somewhere around that. We ended up losing our shirts it took us 5 years. We ended up losing more than half of that, or around half of that, plus or minus. We were paying off an interest-only loan. On top of all that, I lost all of my 401k, all the stuff I had saved up as a software engineer. Here's the point of all that. We totally took massive action. We almost had no skills during that whole thing, but we definitely were committed. We definitely had a business, and we were definitely serious about it. And it's the first time in my life I started working 100-hour weeks. It was crazy, fun, exciting, scary, and it all led to this amazing world of internet marketing, which is a far better place to be. So remember, my friend, the level of your success is going to be equal to the amount of skills you onboard or borrow, multiplied by the amount of action that you take in your business. So as we're closing this out, I want to encourage you and give you permission and tell you to give yourself permission that you deserve this. Guys, I used to not even read books over a decade ago. I was afraid to read books. I did get really good at listening to audios because I was commuting to jobs back in 2006. And it took me a few years. I finally went full-time in 2008. And since then, what you saw out there, I have another whole shelf upstairs of some of the current stuff I'm going through. I have all huge boxes of stuff. And this isn't to show off or talk about all the events or what I've poured into my skills or anything, or all the action I've taken over the years. This is to share with you, you just have to get started. It only takes one book and one idea and it only takes one prospect to come in and get your first sale or your first email address, or for you to make your first $1,000 sale, your first $4,000 sale, your first $10,000 month. All of that comes from you giving yourself permission to start getting the skills in and to start taking the action. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I deeply appreciate your time. This was definitely one of my longer videos, but it's super, super important. The success formula: success equals skills multiplied by action. You can't take zero action or have zero skills, or it's going to lead to a success of zero. And that's not what you're capable of. You have gifts inside of you that the world needs, that I need, and everybody in this world needs you to become the best version of yourself. And the way that's what success is you becoming that best version of yourself. And the way you do that is to massively pour into your skills. It's to massively take action on those skills that you're learning and course correct on the journey. And that's a whole nother video. Talk about some other day. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate all your time here. Wish you all the best skill, and I wish you all the best attainment and work ethic and consistency in gaining that skill on your journey, because this just so happens to be the same formula for luck. There is no luck. Luck happens when you work hard on a set of skills that you gain over time. So until next time, my friend, take care. Appreciate you. We'll see you soon.